So I get to be excited for him and say, that's rad to see your vision come to life like that. And you took this scenario and made a great thing out of it. And kudos to John Cena and everyone else involved who supported it. I believe that was the case, and everyone had a good time with it. But to tell him all that, his response was, dude, are you sure? I was like, I don't know why you're asking validation from me. But what he meant by that was, not me, but what he meant by that was he didn't have the fans there. He, as a performer, they don't have what the live audience gives. He had no reason to think that worked out. Like, you get to see the finished edited product. You get to watch a movie where it's in slow motion. You get to watch the emotion on a character's face and the wonderful soundtrack and the sound effects and everything else. But can you imagine that day that actor just standing there while a bunch of people are staring at him and they're going, action, cut, and you have to act that with none of those cool things. In his mind, I imagine making that madness, standing in front of a giant fist from SmackDown, doing the NWO goofiness and all that. That had to feel probably insane to do. I don't know, but I hope he had fun doing it because it looked fun. Yeah. But if you are a performer, that might have been really scary. I don't know. I'm speculating based off where he was at. I fully admit that. But he was not in a place of thinking that was awesome. He was very concerned that people wouldn't like it. So that to me always just spoke to he had, again, the passion that he had for it and the desire that he had for it. And when it comes to the mask stuff, somebody's coming in and he was passionate enough that he apparently, speak his mind. Well, I always understood it. He was known for that. I've talked to other performers who, through conversation, would say, hey, I'm going to reach out to Wyndham. I think he'd know what to do. Because to that performer, Wyndham had a reputation of standing up for himself and doing what he needed to do. And I think that's valid to know that if he didn't agree with it, all accounts, he let you know he didn't agree with it. And he protected what he was passionate about. He protected his creation. It's a big damn deal as a creator. That I know. So how could I argue with that? How could I tell someone he's wrong for doing that? So there's a lot of getting in front of those mask designs and saying, somebody wants this. So he was always there with a counterpoint to say, well, I'll try this then. And, so we did a lot of those little small flare-up ideas that were designed to, deflect against any ideas that he wasn't a fan of. But no, plenty of things that did never come to pass.